Honest friends, is my voice is loud and clear? Okay, guys. So let's start the session now. So before moving on to the today's class, what we have covered in the previous class, just as a small recap, and from there we'll move on to the today's. That is Power BI. We are discussing in the Power BI. So maximum it will take another 1 or 2 days. Okay, maximum. That is maximum time. Most probably tomorrow only with the Power BI, the DAX functions will be completed. So today we'll complete some of the functions and tomorrow some of the functions. Most probably tomorrow it will be completed, or maybe it may take extra one class, maybe. Right? Now, so coming back to the within the Power BI, as we all know, what is the first step we have to do is called as first we have to load the data commonly. After understanding the business problem, first we have to load the data. When you are loading the data, you are going to get the data in the multiple tables. When you are getting the data in the multiple tables, first you have to go with the here table view. Okay. In the tables, what are the tables are there? First you are going to observe the tables and you are going to open the ER diagram. And it is as per the ER diagram because you are going to get the data from the database. When you have received the data from the database, obviously ER diagram should be shared by the corresponding team. They are going to share you. If they have not shared, if assume they have not shared, then how you have to create the ER diagram? How you are going to do the ER diagram is here it will automatically identify the column names and it will do. It will identify automatically and it will only connect the tables like this by using this one. But sometimes it may not identify. When it will not identify means if the column names are not properly matching. When the column names are not properly matching, it cannot be identified. So in that case, what we have to do, we have to identify. How means, see, when you have received the data in the database, first to open the database. Don't directly open the Power BI. First open the database. What are the database connection they have given to you? First open that one and check that database. So what are the database was shared to you? Just open. After opening the database, here just observe the ER diagram. If they give 99% of the cases, they will give the diagram. In some cases, they may not give the diagram. If they don't give the diagram, what you have to do is you only have to draw the diagram in the notes. How, sir? Very simple. Here you have to observe the tables. What are the tables are there? Actors, directors, like this. So first use what are the database they have given to you, right? Use Rama. Okay. After using that database, first in that automatically you'll see the tables. Here you can see automatically what are the tables are there. Every table you can see. Now what are the tables you have seen here? What are the tables are there? So write all the tables, 7 tables. What are the 7 tables? First one is actors. Sir, I don't know what sequential order of tables I have to write now. I also don't know. I am also writing in front of you only. I also don't know. First time we may not do the correctly. First we'll rather on a paper the 7 tables like this. After that, okay, after drawing the 7 tables, for example, this table has to be connected to this one has to be connected to this one, like this. It is going in a zigzag way, something like this. More connections are laid. Now, automatically, we will modify this one in the another paper. In the first time only, we have to draw the perfect diagram. No, right? For example, if this is the case, now what I'm going to do, this table, I'll bring, instead of here, I'll bring this one to this side. I will draw the diagram like this. Now, for example, these two tables are connected to each other. Instead of drawing the diagram here, I'll bring that table here and I'll connect these two like this. Now, same connections only, right? Earlier, this connection is there, this connection is there, this connection is there. Earlier also 3 connections only, now also 3 connections only. Earlier diagram is not looking correct. Okay, because internally it is having something like this. All are integrated. This one also combined with this one high like this. Now, first time when you are drawing the diagram, if everything is something like this and you are confusing means second diagram you draw clearly. First diagram only is not the perfect one. Remember this one. First only you may not get the correct answer. Don't worry. Draw the second one. Nothing will happen. That is only a diagram only. Okay. Now, so here, what are the actors are there? First, what you have to do? Draw the 7 tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the each table, heading is what are the table name? Actors. Second table name, directors. Third table name, director genres. Fourth table name, movies. Next table name, movie directors. Fifth table name, movie genres. Sixth table name, seventh one, roles. Is that clear? Everyone up to here? How we have written the table name, everyone knows, right? Here, what are the table names are displayed? Each one I have written here. Now, let's open the each and every table. Okay, let's open the each and every table. What is the table first? In that, what are the columns are there? Open. What are the columns are there, guys? ID, first name, last name, gender. Completed. Column names. Okay. After completing the column names, now here you click on the indexes. Which is the primary key in this? Is there any primary key? What is the column name which is primary key? ID. ID is the column. Primary key. Okay, completed. After completing the primary key, now you observe the foreign key. Is there any foreign key here? When I click the arrow mark, anything you are going to get? No. No means there is no foreign key in this table. This table was completed. Close. Now go to the table number 2. Write the column names. What are the column names? ID. Next, first name, last name. After completing the ID, first name, last name, now again open the indices. In that primary key. Primary key is ID. This is the primary key. And after primary key, now you open the foreign key. There is no foreign key. Close. Now come to the director genres. In that you are having the column names. What is the column names? Director ID, genre, and probability. Right like this. And within this, which is the primary key. So you can check on this. Here it will be automatically int and pk. So you can observe clearly pk. And come to this second column name. Click on the second column name. Similarly. Okay. And third column name. So in the second column name also it is written the pk. Means here in a table, 2 primary keys are there. Sir, in a table, how many primary keys can be there? Means multiple primary keys can be there. Primary key means it is a combination of not null plus unique automatically. Okay. Now done. After doing this one, now you click on the foreign keys. Yes, foreign keys available. In the earlier 2 tables, it is not there. But when I click on the foreign key here, now suddenly I'm getting one foreign key. Now this foreign key, tell me guys, this foreign key was connected to which table to which table? In this table, foreign key is there. What is that? In this, it is connected to which table? Directors table. Within the directors table, to which column it was connected? Director ID was connected to ID of directors table. Means these two you have to combine. Is that clear? How to combine? After observing the foreign key. Now completed. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, movies. In the movies, let's write the what are the column names are there? ID, name, year, and rank score. And after writing like this, now check which is primary key. First click on the first one, primary key. Second one, whether it is a primary key? No. Third one, whether it is a primary key? No. Fourth one, no. So how many primary keys are there? One primary key, PK. Right? Next, we are going to open the foreign keys. If I click on the foreign key, any foreign keys available for this? No. Close this. Completed. Next, go to the movie directors. In the movie directors, again type the, what are the IDs, what are the column names? Director ID and movie ID. These are the two column names here. Now, click on the first one, PK. What is the second one? That is also PK. Both of them are primary keys. Two primary keys are there. Write the two primary keys, PK and PK. Now, after that, are you having any foreign key? Foreign keys. I'm clicking on that. Two foreign keys are there. What is meant by two foreign keys? Means two connections. This table is connected to two different tables. What are the two tables? First table, to the directors of director ID. So it is connected to this one, directors of director ID. And next, second key. What is the second one? It is connected to the movies of movie ID. So here this movie ID is connected to this one. Sir, diagram is not looking nice. I told you now, first diagram may not be look nice because I also don't know which is connected to which one. I'm also doing in front of your own, right? I also don't know. Sir, really are you doing in front of us for the first time? Is no, already I have done. Already I know this one. But when I get the database first time, I also don't know. Tomorrow I may work as a new project. In that project, they may give one data set to me. How I can know? What is the ER diagram? Okay. Next, I'm going to open the movie genres. And in the movie genres, movie ID and second one is genre. Movie ID and genre. What are the movie IDs there? Movie ID and along with the genre. Two things are there. And what about the key connection? So foreign keys. If I click on the foreign key arrow mark, yes, one connection is available. What is that connection is? It is this movie ID is connected to the ID of which here ID is there, here also ID is there, which here also ID is there. Three IDs are there. Which ID it is connected? In the movies table ID it is connected. So this one is connected to the this one. Right? Like this. Now, after this one was completed. Now, finally, roles. In the roles, I'm having the actor ID, movie ID, and role. Actor ID, movie ID, and a role. Okay, now let us cross check the foreign key. In this table, any foreign keys are there? I mean, connections are there. Means two connections are there. What is the first one? Actor ID is connected. Means this actor ID is connected to something. To which one it is connected? Actor ID is connected to the ID. Which ID? Actors ID. That is this one. Followed by second. What is the second one? Movie ID. Movie ID is connected to the ID of the movie. Now, finally, everything are completed, but diagram is not looking correct. Now you are going to adjust that one and neatly you are going to frame the diagram. After framing the diagram neatly, now assume this same data, this same database, same 7 tables, you are loading in the Power BI. What are the diagram you have observed there? The same diagram should be here. Same should be here. If it is not there, you have to give the connection. You have to give manually the connection. If it is available means okay. Some connections it will detect automatically. Some of them it may not detect correctly. In that case, for which one it has not detected correctly properly, for that we have to give the connection. Manually we have to give. And then after observing the data here correctly, then we have to start working on the data. What is the first step to work in the Power BI? Means load. After loading the data, ER diagram should be correct. If ER diagram of database, that is called as schema, database schema and Power BI schema, both should be the same. In database, what are the schema is there? The schema means connection between the tables. In the database, it is called as database schema. Within the Power BI, it is called as star schema. Right? In the database, what are the database you are having? In database, schema. What are the schema is there? Schema is called as database schema. Schema means what? Connections between the tables. Schema means connection between the tables. Schema, meaning of schema is connection between tables. And database schema means what is the database schema? Database schema means within the database. What are the schema is available within the database? It is called as database schema. Now, in Power BI, the same schema. What are the schema is there? Schema in Power BI schema is called as star schema. Sir, why it is called as star? How the star will be represented? Something like this. Okay, of course my diagram is worst. I also know that one. Something like this. Okay, so here what are the table is there? Table to table, the connection with, that is the reason. Okay, single dot means it will normal dot, and line means it is a combination of multiple dots, but in the order. But here you can connect to each other table to each other table. So it is called as some kind of star schema in Power BI, but basically schema only. The representation of schema is called as ER diagram. Representation of schema. Representation of schema is called as ER diagram. Okay. So in the interview, you should not use the every time, sir, what is the ER diagram? Based on the ER diagram. Don't use the ER diagram. Based on the schema. Use the word called as schema every time. Don't use the word called as ER diagram. Basically, both are same. Okay. Diagram is not the main one. Schema is the main one. Okay. Point is clear. Now, after loading the data in the Power BI, what is the first step you have to do? Observe the schema. If the schema is correct, okay. If schema is wrong, you have to attach the relationships. How? How to give the relationships? If relation is wrong, how to do that? So for that, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to load the data. So to show you that one, I'm trying to load the data from the MySQL with the same. Now, before to that, I want everyone to draw this one ER diagram for the IMDb. What are the thing I have drawn? Just you have to draw the same. This one to this one, this one to this one. It has to be connected. So multiple tables are connected. 3 connections are there with the movies now. Let's bring the movie into the center. While drawing neatly, bring that movie into the center. One side you keep the movie genres, one side you keep the movie directors. Diagram you adjust. You can't bring that diagram into the center. Sir, how to bring that adjustments? I'll show you that one. Okay, how to do that one also I'll show you. In a neat way, how to draw that diagram also I'll show you. First you write this one. What are the initial one we are going to draw? This one. Completed? Done, everyone? Now let's try to load this same data into the Power BI. Okay, server is localhost and database name is Rama. Okay, and I'm trying to load all the tables. How many tables are there? Each and every table. And I'm going to click on the load. So it is waiting for the data. It has to receive the data now. It will take time. And it is trying to create the connections. It is only identifying automatically the connections also. It will automatically takes time. Okay, just wait for that. Done. Now I'm going to click on the model view. See here, can you see automatically the connection? And it has identified some of them. We have to cross check whether it has identified correctly or not. We have to cross check. If it is identified correctly means well and good. No means we have to adjust accordingly. See, now the diagram is looking nice. Adjust whatever the positions are there accordingly. Now I'll try to bring the table which is having the more number of connections. That one I'll try to bring into the center. Then automatically that diagram will look very nice. Okay. So clarity will be more when you bring this. So for your movies table, now cross check what are the diagram you are having and the diagram here. Okay. Done. Done. Now, so here I'm having first start with the table actors. For actors table, how many connections are there and which table it is connected? Actors table is connected to one connection and it is connected to the rows table in that actor ID. So this connection is correct. Now first check the total number of connections. 6 connections are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it has identified all the 6 connections because it is directly connected to the database only. Na? When you give your Excel sheets, multiple Excel sheets, when you share, then you'll get the problem. Since it is already connected in the database, foreign keys are already available, connections is already available, everything is already available. Connected one you are trying to load, so automatically it will show here. Point is clear? It will show automatically. And which table is connected to which column? Automatically it will show. And we are just cross checking. Okay, our diagram and this one is both are same. 99.999999% it will be the same when you are trying to load from the database. Very rarely you will observe the wrong. Okay, out of 100 data sets, one you will observe. Maybe. That too maybe only. In very rare case. But when you try to load the Excel sheets now, which are not connected earlier, now you are trying to connect directly in the Power BI, 100% you will not find the relation. Now, for example, I want to connect this table to this table. You have to connect them manually. For that, you have to select the table and here you have to go with the connection. What are the connections are there? You have to set the connection. So I will show you how you have to connect the tables. So here, when you are having the problem, so the data is in the Excel sheet and you are trying to load, you'll get the problem. Otherwise, you'll not get the problem. So here, there is an option called as manage relationships. Click on this. Now you can see here which table is connected to which table and which column to which column. So earlier in the ER diagram from the SQL, we have drawn manually. Instead of drawing manually, here itself you can see the diagram clearly. No need to draw manually. That is the advantage. As earlier one of the student in the chat box has written, I don't remember the student name, but they have written, sir, we are having some tools to check the ER diagram directly, right? So here is the tool. In the Power BI itself, you can see the ER diagram, which is available in the MySQL or database, which are the database, right? Now, so again, if you click on the, yes, if they are not connected, how to connect, I will show you. Now here, you can see, if you click on the auto detect, it will detect automatically. It will try to detect the automatically any new relations are available. If no new relations are available, click on the new relation. And you have to tell the which table has to be connected to which table. So table, first you have to select the total tables are there, right? For example, actors is the table. In the actors table, you want to connect to which table you want to connect to the roles table, assume. Okay, like this you want to connect. So which two tables you want to connect, you have to select the tables, and which columns you want to connect, select the column and select the column. So from the rows, actor ID is connected to the actors of actor ID. It is saying that already relationship is available between these two columns. If it is not available, you have to select the two columns like this and click on the save. Automatically it will give the relation. Point is clear? How to add the relationship between the tables if it is not available. If it is available, it will show you all the relations. So which table to which table? Sir, I can't see this which table to which column to which column, sir. Just slightly move this one. You'll have the option to move. Okay. Then or simply click on this. Can you see what is that name? In the director's genre, in the directors genre, director ID column was connected to the directors of ID. Director genres was connected to directors of ID. Movie directors in that director ID column was connected to the directors of ID. So like that, it is showing that which one to which one. Points are clear? Now, so like this, you are having the relationships. You can see the relationships. Now, here you are having, when you click on the relationship, okay, you can clearly see one side star mark is there, one side 1 is there. Can you see that? So that is nothing but 1 to star. 1 to star means many. 1 to many means a director's ID means one director can have the multiple genres. He may work on the multiple genres. Director is single. For example, director name, let us take one director name like Rajmouli, SS Rajmouli. And that particular Rajmouli can do the movies from different genres. Director genres can be different. He may do one movie from fantasy, one movie from social fiction, and one movie from with respect to action, complete action. Some movies like comedy. He can do anything. So one director only can do with multiple genres. So that is the reason it is one to many, okay, or many to one. Okay, here can you see the cardinality is many to one. Sir, a one movie director can do only one genre, sir. He cannot do the multiple genres. Let's think like this. Then here the relationship should be 1 to 1. 1 to 1 should be the relation. What is the meaning of many to one? Means many genres can be done by a single director. Now tell me in this case, many movie directors within the director's ID means a single director can direct the multiple movies. Multiple movies. Next, here, what are the movie directors are there? It is connected to the movies. So a single director can connect to the multiple movies. Multiple movies can be connected to the multiple directors. Like this we are having, that is called as many to one, one to many, and one to one. One to one means what? A person can do only one. Second option is not possible. Then it is called as one to one. Okay, we cannot have the multiple. So a person can do multiple things. He can do that one, he can do this one, he can do anything. Means it is called as one to many. Is the point is clear? So that is called as cardinality. That spelling is cardinality. A cardinality can be many to one, one to many, or anything like this. So once you load the data here, first you have to observe the ER diagram. And your database schema and this schema should be the same. And this schema is called as star schema. Once your confirmation of the schema is correct only, then you have to proceed with the append or merge queries. After that, once we know the schema, now we know which things has to be merged. Otherwise, how we can know which one has to be merged and which one has to be not to be merged? So complete data exploration we have to do first. Each and every table we have to do the exploration. Now how to do the data exploration means click on the transform data. Once you click on the transform data, what are the transform data you are having? Click on this. Once you click on the transform data, here you are having the each column. In this column, what are the unique values are there? If you want to check the unique values, okay, here you can see all the unique values. Click on the arrow mark and you can see here what are the unique values are available. For like that, for every column, you can check the unique values just by clicking on this. Is the point is clear? On the arrow mark, all the unique values you can see. How many unique values are there? Everything. General unique values where we'll see? on the categorical column. So earlier you have worked on the stroke prediction data set. In that data exploration where you have done, I asked you to do the data exploration in the Python, data cleaning also in the Python. Now the same data cleaning and data exploration, what are the cell you have executed in the Python, same cell I want in the Power BI. Sir, df.info, that info may not be available. Info function directly may not be available, but internal content of info, what is that? Column names. You can see all the column names. And next, what is the next one? Data types. All the data types are visible. So data types visibility is not there in the Python. So that is the reason we are clicking on the df.d types. But here visibility is there, right? When visibility is there, why we have to type unnecessarily? Is the point is clear? Now, can you see here roles? What are the rows are there? I'm trying to expand. What are the rows are there? I'm trying to expand. So see here, this particular person, who are the person is there? What is the person name? Michael. And this person, for this person, they have allotted the movie ID number 2. And this person can do any movies or one movie only? Multiple movies he can do, right? An actor can do the multiple movies. So one actor to multiple movies. So one to many. So they are having the actor 2. Actor 2 was repeated 2 times because, but movie IDs are different. 2 different movies IDs are there. He acted in the 2 different movies. This is one movie as a Steve, and in the second movie as a lyricist. So 2 different movies, 2 different roles. Okay. What is the role name and all these things like that? You can combine the multiple tables and you can observe. In the Power BI, you can observe the data like this. Already I told you the merge. When you click on the merge, automatically you will get the option called as expand. And you are going to observe the data. After observing the data, once you load the data, after that, now you start exploring the each and every column. How to explore the each and every column? For example, here I am having this one. How to explore the each and every column? So in the movies table, ID, name, year, and rank score. Already we have worked for multiple times this one in the SQL. When we are working with the SQL, movies table only we have focused more. ID, name of the person, year, and rank score. Now side you are seeing the other things. Can you see? 3 different tables are there. Why these 3 tables only has came? Other tables, why they have not added? Because the reason is in the diagram, in the ER diagram, schema, as per the schema, movies table is connected to how many tables? First one is movie directors, second one is movie genres, and third one is rows. So it is connected to 3 different movies. That is the reason, 3 different tables. So that is the reason movie directors, movie genres, and rows. These 3 are visible here. If you want to combine, combine. If you don't want to combine, no need to combine, and no need to see miss, no need to combine. That is your choice. Point is clear? So already combined tables which are having as per the schema, that tables will be joined like this automatically. And you can expand yourself. And you can observe the data. Is the points are clear? So this is a model view. Now model view is also clear, everyone? In the Power BI, model view, table view, and followed by report view. Report view from the first day we are discussing. Table view from last 2 days we are discussing. In the table view, tables will be there and new measures, new columns can be created. And followed by model view today. Everything is clear? All of them? Now, and within the Power Query also, we have discussed the home, transform, and add column. Now, what was left? View. So in today's class, we are going to see the views. And balance will continue from the tomorrow. Okay, because today the class will be for another 10 to 15 minutes only. Don't take in a wrong thing. Just here, before moving on to the advanced, I'm giving the students time, enough time for preparation. Because blindly saying multiple things and if the students doesn't prepare means there'll be no use according to me. So just from my perspective, whether the student may use the time, may not use the time, I don't know. But at least from my point of view, if I give the time for them and if I tell the importance of tomorrow's class and prepare for that and come means, if they prepare means that will be very easy for them. Okay. Now, so here I'm going to take this one, and within this I'm going to take the column distribution. So can you see the column distribution? Total how many unique values are there? 1000 unique values are there. 1000 unique values, 1000 distinct values. Everything are distinct. So multiple distinct values are there means obviously we have to drop the column for our analysis when we are doing the analysis. When we are having the multiple distinct, we have to drop. And that too, it is taking by default only 1000, first 1000 records. It will not take more than that by default. So though you are having the 3,88,000 records are available also, it will go with the first 1000 records for the display. Okay. Now, when you cross the 1000 records, okay. Now, so here you can see now what are the data you are having. Okay. Unique values and everything followed by. This is column distribution. Column profile. I'm going to click on the column profile. So here it is saying that in that particular column, how many records are there? 1000. In that, what is the unique values? 1000. And what is the max minimum number means? Minimum number was given as 0. This is the movie ID of 0 also added. And along with the maximum number of 1098. So in 1000 records, how now 1098 will be there? Some records might be missing. I mean, movie ID, see 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, like this we are having. Where is 30? Movie ID 30 number. Where is movie ID 30 number? 31 is there. Where is 30? May not be available. So some records might be, may not be available. It is not compulsory, everything should be there, na? So that is the reason you are getting that 1098, right? Standard deviation average should not be applied. On the ID column, we cannot apply on this. So we are not going to consider this. Now coming to the next column, select the second column. In the second column, total how many records are there? 1000. In that 980 records. So same movie, sir, how the same movie can be there? See, same movie can be repeated in the 2 times. Old movie names now again they are using and they are releasing in the year of 2025 also. The same movie name was used earlier also, right? So it might be repeated. Next, coming to the year. In the year, total 1000 records. In that, how many distinct we are having miss 106. So it is 106 distinct unique values. I mean, distinct values are there. And what is the minimum year miss 1897 to 2006. When I am considering only the first 1000 records, followed by rank score. Now, when you consider all the records, automatically when you are considering each and every record, automatically it will apply the for all the records. Here by default it is taking the 1000. Okay. Now column distribution is clear. Column distribution is here. Now I don't want column distribution, but I want the column profile. Column profile means here, and it is going to show you the histogram, some kind of, right? Next, column quality. What are the column quality is there? See here. I'm asking in this entire data, how many of them entire empty values are there? Means 80% empty values are there in the rank score. Here 0% empty, 0%, 0%. It is only telling the how much empty values are there, how many of them are error. Okay. Now, what is the difference between empty versus error means? Error means if you are having something like dot, dot, dot in the string format. So basically it is 1.2. What is 1.2 data type means? It is a float. In a float, how you can have the dot, dot, dot? So in that case, it will show the error. How many percentage of errors are there? Okay. And it is going to show you the how much percentage of empty and error percentage. That is column quality. So if you select the column quality, you are going to get like this. When you select the column profile, you are going to get like this. Okay. Sir, if I click on the column distribution, column profile, and column quality, means all the things will be available, but it will only be difficult for us to analyze. Points are clear? Everyone understood? Right? So column quality along with the column profile and column distribution. Next, show white space. Means if any white spaces are available, it will try to show. But in this case, it is not having, so it is not going to show. Now these three are clear. Column distribution, column profile, and now these three are used for data exploration purpose. Now when you load the stroke prediction data and you want to see the unique values, and if you want to see the number of unique values and what are the unique values are there, everything you can observe here. Sir, let's load that same data set. Why to discuss like that after the class, load that one and see. Let's try. Let's keep the stroke data set only. I'm adding the stroke data set directly. Okay, let's keep this one side. Discard. Okay, and let me load the data set first. What are the stroke data set I'm having? Or let me load here. Okay, data type deduction is based on the first 200 rows. No, uh, do not detect data types based on the entire data set. I'm selecting the entire data set. Okay, and after selecting the based on the entire data set, it has to identify the data type, because then only I can identify the wrong data type and I can modify them. If it is trying to load only on based on the first 200 records, means it would be difficult, and I'm going to click on the OK. Now it is adding. Now let me check in the model view whether this table was added to any connection. See, any connection is there. This is a separate one. There is no connection between them. Okay, it has not, because there is no column name matching or anything, and at the same time I have not given. If you have to give, you have to click on the manage relationships, right? Next, coming to this here, what are the stroke data set I'm having? Now in the stroke data set, let me click on the transform, and I'm setting the stroke data set. And in the stroke data set here, I'm going to with the view column distribution. Okay, column profile, and along with the quality. Okay. Now, so here I'm going to select the data. What are the data you are having? So you can see here valid, how much error percentage is there in that, and how many wrong values are there. And in here you can see the empty values, percentage of empty percentage. And in the smoking status, you are having the how much percentage of empty, and along with the in the stroke data set. So you are going to get the column quality. By using the quality, you are going to check the validity of the data. And similarly, for each column, you are going to check the what are the unique values are there and number of unique values. Sir, for example, I want to see the unique values of the residence type. How to check? Click on this. Automatically here you can see the unique values. What are the unique values are there? Now click on the all the options. So it has to select the everything. What are available are there? Everything it has to select. Now, so here the quality or everything, whatever is there. And here you can check in terms of what are the values are there. What are the unique values means children, government type, never work, private, and self-employed. So like that, you are going to select the each and every column. And inside that, you can check with respect to what are the unique values are available. So in every column, you can check the unique values, that is dot unique. Data exploration means observing the unique values and checking whether it is a right data type or wrong data type. And like this only, na, observing only, na. Checking only is called as data exploration. So you are going to do the complete data exploration like this. Okay. Now, what are the queries are there? Okay. Now, I'm just clicking on the queries settings. Query settings here, and properties enable load to report, include report refresh. Okay, fine, there is no issue here. And use first row as headers, that is also fine. And source, it is a CSV file, and okay, this is also not a problem. Promote only text and numerical types. So I don't want this one because by default I have to show all the types, all the data types for each of them. What is the data type? And here BMI, BMI is in the ABC. BMI can be in the ABC. Is that possible? No, it is a numerical data. It should be in the int or float. So just we have to change this one to decimal. When you convert this one, are you sure you want to insert the test step? And it is asking. So I'm going to convert this one. So it has converted. It is converted to float type. So whichever the numbers are there, that you have to convert to numerical data type, right? And similarly, this one also I'm converting to numerical data type, right? And whichever the columns. So like that, you are going to observe for every data you are going to observe, even the ID. What are the ID column is there? ID also we are going to change to whole number. So ID is a whole number. It cannot be the float. It will be the whole number. So now it will be considered as numbers. So now what happens if it is considered as numbers? What is the advantage? If it is not considered as numbers, what is the advantage means? So when it is considered as numbers, now can you see here? When it is considered as numbers, you will get the summation symbol like this. When it doesn't consider as a number, you will not get a summation symbol like that. Now can you see for age? Okay, this one BMI. Heart disease. Why you are getting the heart disease of summation? Because by default it was given zeros and ones. So whichever is in the number format, it will give the summation symbol. It will not assume it is a categorical data or nothing. Whichever is in the numerical data, it will give the summation like that. Now, just we are going to modify that one. So here you can modify the data. What are the data is there? You can even the stroke. Why it is stroke? It is going to give the summation symbol because the reason is it is in the zeros and one. Right? Now if you want to replace wherever the zeros are there, you want to replace with yes, no, and wherever the replacement you want to do, just you are going to replace the values. Already in the last class we have discussed how to replace the values. So how to replace the values, guys? So column quality. I don't want to see the quality or profile. Now how to replace these values? In the transform, click on that and there is an option called as replace. In the replace, you are going to give wherever the value is 0, replace with a no. Okay, replace with no and enter a numerical value. It is asking to enter in a numerical value. So before entering into a numerical value, first let me change this one to ABC. Now everything will be converted to text. Okay, now since it is in the text format, now I'm going to replace this one. Text 0 will be replaced with the text no and click on the OK. Now see, wherever the zeros are there, it was replaced with no, and similarly I'm going to click on the wherever the 1 is there, replace with yes. So before doing that one, it has to be converted to ABC. Otherwise 1, 2, 3 will not accept the text data. Numerical data. It is, since already it is in the numerical data, it is not accepting the text. So like this. So whatever the things you have done on the stroke data earlier, okay, you are having the Jupyter notebook with you. In the Jupyter notebook, what is the sequential order of the codes you have written in your Jupyter notebook? That do the same thing here. Same steps. First observe the unique values and check whether you are getting the same thing or not. Now earlier you have done the data exploration in the Python. Now what is the advantage means you are going to do the data exploration in the Power BI. Later you are going to do the data cleaning in Python. Now the same data cleaning now you are going to do in the Power BI. After that data analysis you have done in the Python or in the Power BI, directly you are going to do that one. Now the entire project was done in the Power BI. Okay. Now tomorrow's whatever the DAX functions we are going to apply in data analysis. These DAX functions are sum and this one we have completed. Tomorrow's DAX functions exclusively we are going to work on the condition. How to write the conditions, how to write in terms of this one, and majorly how to work with the date column. Even in the pandas also we have not discussed the date column. So tomorrow we are going to focus that one. What are the date columns and what are the functions are available for the date columns, and in the given date if it is not as per the syntax, how to convert the syntax, in that how to extract the month from that. All these things we are going to cover in the tomorrow's class. Okay, and if you are having any questions up to here, you can ask. What are the things we have covered in the today till today in the entire Power BI till today, whatever we have completed, you can please ask what are the questions you are having. Everyone please ask what are the questions you are having. Yes, obviously. So here the question is this. Okay, here column profiling was done based on the 1000 rows. Change this one, column profiling based on the entire data. Now you are going to get the entire column profiling on the entire data. Based on the entire data. Now once you are having the entire data only, the column profiling along with the column quality. So now you can see the all the unique values also clearly. So for example, earlier we are having the residence type. Earlier it has shown only first two records. only rural and urban. Now when we click on this, now also it is showing only 2. Okay, just give me a minute. Go to smoking status. Okay, smoking status. So here more number of missing values are available. 31% of missing values are available, which is more than 30%. Right? Yes, more than 30% of the data is missing. Right? Now when you click on the column profile based on the entire data, it will do the for entire data. Done, guys? Now, how to create a project on SQL? Now, individually SQL, we are not going to do any kind of individual project. In the SQL, we are going to do how to extract the data from the project and how to do the data extraction by using the select command, multiple things. As I've told you, data analytics project, what are the data analytics project is there? It has to include all the steps. Then only it is called as data analytics project, not one step or two steps. In SQL, presentation cannot be done. In SQL, plots cannot plots cannot be done. So then since some of them cannot be done in the SQL, then we cannot use as a SQL as a complete one, right? Yeah, Swapna, just now in the few minutes back only I have received your mail and I will go through that one, and in the tomorrow's class we'll surely discuss. Tomorrow Saturday we are having the class, and tomorrow's class recording will be shared to you in the Google Classroom. If you are unable to attend the class, at free of cost, we are going to share you the recording. Please try to attend the class. In a week, minimum 5 classes should be compulsory. Same time, no difference in your time, nothing. Okay? Done. Yeah, others, could you please confirm? Still, any questions? Would you be able to discuss one case study? Oh, yes. Once we complete the DAX function, I will take one more project, end-to-end project in the Power BI also, similar way. Complete project, I will explain. Okay, I will do. First partly I will explain for between using the different examples, different things I will explain. Once individually everything are completed, finally overall I will take one project at the end. Okay, done.